Hello, this is Dorothy Kuhn, and with me is the wonderful Daniel Swart. Daniel is a retired director from the Department of Commerce here in the North Texas region, and we're going to have a little fun today and learn about that wonderful public-private partnership between the Department of Commerce and businesses that really expand economic and business opportunity from our nation into the greater world to serve more people. How are you doing, Dan?
Good morning, Dorothy. Great to be here.
Thank you. Wonderful to be with you. Was that introduction close?
Oh, absolutely. The office, North Texas, is responsible for almost half the state of Texas, from West Texas, South Texas, the Big Bend area, all the way over to East Texas, down through Corsicana, Waxahachie, basically half the state of Texas, with a staff of 7 or 8 trade specialists, a couple of interns, if the office is fortunate. As you mentioned, I just recently retired in January. I have been with the Commerce Department / International Trade Administration for over 25 years. My last 15 was here in North Texas, and just enjoyed it tremendously, and decided that after working for almost 42 years, it was time for me to move on to the next chapter in my life. So, but anyhow, what can I start with, please?
This is where I'd like to start. People oftentimes have something that they'd love to do in the way of business beyond our borders, but they're not quite sure how to get started on that. And the thing that stops them from even asking that question is fear and uncertainty about how can they be successful. So what are the top 3 things that you see people? Let's start with people doing wrong, so that people know kind of what to avoid.
Well, I think the first question that folks need to ask is, do they really want to expand their business? From small to medium to even some larger companies. Most of the larger companies are already doing some sort of international business. The smaller and medium-sized companies are not. Our work is all free, at least all our one-on-one with the local businesses and things of that nature. It's an education process. A lot of times folks, as you just mentioned, don't know what to ask, and then since they don't know what to ask, they don't reach out. I hate to use the cliche that, we're great, the organization is a great, kept secret, but they are. The organization, specifically the U.S. and Foreign Commercial Service, has been around for almost 40 years, helping, businesses internationally. Some of the things that companies get hung up on, if they've not done any business internationally, one is getting paid, basically terms and conditions and things of that nature. 2 is how do they get their products, and everybody would love to sell more, but how do we get our products shipped around the world? 3, how do we find those people, be it buyers or representatives or distributors, and perhaps 4 is, where do we ship to? There are still a number of countries around the world that have embargoes, trade sanctions with. North Korea is an example. Currently still with Cuba, Syria, Iran, things of that nature. So there's about 5 or 6, bad countries, so to speak, that the president has chosen that we are allowed to do business with. And it's a question that comes up. Hey, I got a phone call from Syria. I got a phone call from Iran. I heard we can do business with those countries. Well, not right now.
Yeah.
We can do business, with humanitarian products, but most of the companies are not looking to sell humanitarian products because they typically want to be given away. So those are the 4, things that companies who have never done business get concerned with. Going back, how to get paid. Most of the small companies demand or want to be paid cash in advance. That's great if you have a product that is unique enough that you can command and demand cash in advance, then you'll get paid. But you also have to look at the other side of the coin, is that the person around the world who's buying your product, they perhaps don't know you from Adam, and therefore, we're looking for some assurances that if they pay you, they will get their products. Because unfortunately, there are a lot of crooks around the world on both sides of the pond, in the U.S. as well as overseas. So there are different options. There's different ways of ensuring that you can do the business and ensuring your buyer that they get their products and ensuring that you get paid.